Hi, this is America's Pastor inviting you to stay tuned for the world's greatest boxing commentary. Now, he's often imitated, but never duplicated. I want you to put your hands together and give him some love as we welcome the one, the only, T Dub.
There it is, guys. What up with it? It's your boy T that was blazing the sports. Guys, listen, I'm back, man. I was while I had the background running for the commercials, it seemed like YouTube's not gonna promote this one. I'm like, I can't find it. Where's it at? Where's it at? So guys, this might not be promoted, but listen, I'm gonna give you that work either way. Hopefully you guys get a chance to check it throughout the day. Oscar De La Hoya has went out there and he has blasted Canelo Alvarez. That look alone from Canelo, looking at Oscar, says a lot. Even though that was taken at a different time, guys. Welcome to the channel again. I am T. That was blazing the sports. I am back at like a crack at it. Give me box gears every bit of this work. And I want to jump into it. Let me see if I can get something going. Give me a second, all right? You know what? Maybe we can see it. Can I make this big? Let me see. Hold on, guys. All right. Okay, I can. Okay, let's see if we can dive into it. Let's see what we can do. All right, guys. Hopefully you guys can see this. I did a little bit of research. I am at work, but I wanted to talk about this, right? Oscar De La Hoya, right, commented on a picture about Canelo. Says, please, this guy does everything wrong. Head up, 7 up. When he throws his hooks, on his heels, flat-footed. What else? Oh, he avoids twin Charlo. Meant the other Charlo, but I get the drift. Guys, what do you guys think about this? Is Oscar De La Hoya been genuine, telling the truth when he talks about Canelo Alvarez? Or has he been bitter? Is he mad? See, me, personally, I think Oscar is heated. I think ever since Canelo asked for his day in court and received his day in court and won his day in court, Oscar hasn't been happy. He was on Thriller looking like he was buzzing off of something. He was buzzing off of something, man. Looked like a Dodis. He was buzzing. And now we don't know when he sent these tweets. Was he at home, middle of the day, relaxing, cool, calm, collective, calm mind, and was just being genuine about Canelo Alvarez? Or possibly, could he been at home, late night, by himself, half empty, fifth of something, little left in his cup, squeezing the glass till the glass is about to break, and he sees this Instagram post. And at that time, Oscar De La Hoya says to himself, you know what? Enough is goddamn enough. He goes out there, please. This guy does everything wrong. Head up when he throws hooks, on his heels, flat-footed. What else? Oh, he avoids Charlo. And he did not just do it from a ghost account or troll account. Looks like he acted spontaneously, and he done it on his verified account. What do you guys think about this? Let's go to some of these comments. Canelo ended his long-term promotion relationship with De La Hoya last year, and now he is enjoying a fruitful promotion partnership with Eddie Hearn. With this success, sold-out stadium events in the space of 5 months, and another planned for September. Thoughts? What else we got? Oscar is like a... What is so... See, I gotta learn how to use this. I can't see it. So girlfriend, I don't know. I think it's supposed to be an ex-girlfriend. How do I see the whole tweets? The Canelo something. No, I don't want to report it. I just want to see it. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. I got to hover over reply a little bit. The Canelo police are mad. Okay. So he's saying that he's kind of riding with Oscar. Let's see if I can do that again. Too many. This dude said too many white lines, Oscar. Let's see. Oscar is on a gear still I see. A bitter old Oscar. What else? Oscar salty as F. Somebody else says a lot for a co-kid who has 6 losses. They're mad because they figured each other, but are what? Oh no, fingered each other. No, but are no longer lovers. Jeez, boy, I tell you right now, they don't hold no punches, man. They don't hold no punches. Let's go. What else we got? What else we got? Let's go back. Let's see what else we got. But I'm gonna tell you this, guys. Here's another copy of it. Please, this guy does everything wrong. Head up when he throws hooks. On his heels, flat-footed. What else? In a recent post, Golden Boy Promotion De La Hoya gives his opinion on Canelo's boxing skills and avoiding future of boxing. Tag the wrong Charlo. Guys, I gotta say this. I believe that there could be a future. I don't know how bright, but there could be a future that we might see Oscar De La Hoya versus Canelo Alvarez. And guys, this is one that I talked about a while ago when Oscar De La Hoya was doing an interview and he was questioned about possibly ever fighting Canelo Alvarez. He did not completely rule it out. And at that time, him and Canelo was partners. Yes, they've been going through ups and downs for a while, but they were still partners. There is no more love. And as crazy as it sounds, guys, if Canelo Alvarez fights Oscar De La Hoya, I'm going to tell you, that's a big fight. Listen, if that fight was on pay-per-view, I think it does a minimum of $2 million. A minimum. You mean to tell me the original Golden Boy? The original Golden Boy? In my opinion, the son of Medico during his time of fighting, who, since he became a promoter, it is, in a lot of people, he has been truly biased and supportive, a lot more supportive over Mexican fighters than other fighters like African American fighters. And now, what many people thought would be his next coming, the second coming, the new Golden Boy, not title Golden Boy, but Golden Boy, has the looks, has the smile, has the boxing skills, has the charisma. Oscar was famous for what he did. Canelo was famous for what he did. I believe, though, Canelo might actually have a little bit more haters than Oscar De La Hoya. But there is everything, especially if Oscar De La Hoya comes back in July, like he said he's coming back, and he fights, and not only fight, but looks good. I mean, he cannot look like a upper 40-year-old fighter who shouldn't be out there. He shouldn't look like that. Oscar has to give us a threat that he can give some serious competition to current fighters like Canelo Alvarez or Triple G or Charlo. He has to give us that threat. He has to go out there, show speed, show head moving. He needs to dominate. And it cannot be one round, because in one round, we won't see what Oscar can do. We need some rounds to see what he can do, see how he moves, see how he reacts, see how he attacks, and see can he finish. Will this be the second coming in the rise of Golden Boy again? And if the Golden Boy can come out there in July, like he stated, and get a win over I don't know who. I know they talked about somebody in the UFC, but I don't know. I am telling you guys, like I told you months, maybe even a year ago, that there is a chance that Oscar De La Hoya could fight Canelo Alvarez. And because of the bad blood and the history between these two fighters, it will be major. Every Mexican will buy this fight. Everyone. Because, listen, if you don't like Canelo, you probably like Oscar. You don't like Oscar, you probably like Canelo. They are going to buy this fight. I will buy this fight. If Oscar can go out there and look good. Woo! Listen, this is bad blood. If Oscar De La Hoya, this is how bad it is. This is how bad it is. Oscar is not even talking to Canelo. Probably try to reach out to him a few times. Canelo probably blocking his number, sending Oscar De La Hoya straight to voicemail. Oscar sitting home, kicking over shit. This is bullshit. This is bullshit, hombre. This is bullshit. Right? Probably drinking something, some whiskey, wanting to squeeze the glass, thinking about himself, searching online. All it is Canelo, 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 Canelo. How after leaving Golden Boy, Canelo is still shining. Oscar probably sitting there in his chair like, rock. You know what I'm talking about, rocking like this a little bit. Probably got a fireplace going, in the dark and shit, drinking his glass, have all the money in the world, but it don't mean nothing. See, when you have all the money in the world, and all the money in the world is enough for you to personally not feel the need to want money. To me, that's where all the money in the world is. When you don't have a need of want, then something like this can really hurt a person. Now, if these two people was broke, and then Canelo left Oscar, and then Oscar got rich after that, Oscar wouldn't give two shits. But Oscar is already rich. He's already famous. He's already lived his career. So now Oscar's about, okay, I want to push my brand. I want to push my money. I mean, not my money, but I want to, even though you want to make money, but you want to show your foot in dominance and control in the sport of boxing. You think you got somebody who could finally fill those shoes. Victor Ortiz was not able to fill those shoes. Victor didn't show the heart. Canelo, oh, he shows the heart, the glory, the guts, the power, the ability to learn and improve. So Oscar probably at home in the dark, pacing back and forth, kicking shit over in his house. The dog somewhere by, getting mad at the dog. Get your own fucking food, pedo. Get your own food. Fuck. Tired of getting, like he's probably just getting mad at everybody. I'm tired of getting you food. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of everything. Oh my gosh. And all this frustration Oscar is having is because of Canelo. See, everybody else is just getting the fire that Canelo is not getting. Because Canelo is probably not returning calls, not returning texts. And then whenever Oscar do try to call Canelo, it goes straight to voicemail. So Oscar sees a post on Instagram. And the post is talking about learning and different things about Canelo. And Oscar, see, I see you guys can't see it. I don't know why, but you guys can't see it. But right up under where it says Oscar De La Hoya on Canelo, right below that it says, please, this guy does everything wrong. Head up, 7 up. Let me get it right. Head up when he throws hooks. On his heels, flat-footed. What else? Oh, he avoids Twin Charlo. And now, this is the second post. People have mixed thoughts about this. One guy says, damn, no loyalty in the sport. Canelo a beast, but the snowman ain't lying. The snowman. I thought Jeezy was the snowman. I guess Oscar the snowman now. Somebody else says Oscar is salty. And I want your guys' thoughts on this too. Cocaine is a hell of a drug. Rick James' voice. Let's see. He must have been drunk. Kind of describing what I was saying. Oscar turned into the biggest clown in boxing. This dude is 40 something and can't act his age. Wow, Oscar La Hoya sounds super salty. Even if it's true, why are you mad, Oscar? Is it because Canelo is no longer on the Golden Boy Promotions? Listen, let's talk about it. Guys, where there's smoke, there's fire. And for Oscar to go on the record with this, basically going public with it, this means that he was heated. He was 400 degrees. He was a Juvenile album, 400 degrees. Maybe he was a Lil Wayne album, 500 degrees. I don't know. But I'm telling you right now, for him to make this public statement, knowing the backlash he would get, knowing that media would pick this up and run with it like Barry Sanders, or Walter Payton, or Bo Jackson. He was heated. He was in a moment. Listen, this is the male-on-male version of "It's a thin line between love and hate." Boom, boom, boom. It's a thin line. Oh! Between love and hate. Shout out to my boy Will, the Magic Man. Says salute. You edited like a crack at it. Once again, man. Guy, listen, man. I don't anticipate this one getting a lot of views because I don't know what, like when it went live, I pushed to go live on this and I get my phone, right? And on my phone, I'm like, I use my my fishing account, my fishing for the kitchen account. And I'm like, where's my video? Like, I never got the notification. So I appreciate anybody that do get a chance to check this out because I am live. I'm back at like a crack at it. Giving you Boxing Geekers this work. Guys, and don't forget to check out, let me see. Don't forget to check out my Teespring, guys. I'm revamping that Teespring for sure. Let me see if I can show some of it to you guys. That should be in my description, but let me show it to you. All right. So hopefully you guys can see it, man. This is the what I'm working on right now. This is the Boxing Geeker, guys. Listen, this is my Boxing Geeker line, and a Boxing Geeker is listen. If you are a true diehard lover of the sport, you love boxing, you talk boxing, you want to see it, you get excited about it, you get emotional sometimes. This is a Boxing Geeker, right? Boxing Geeker right here, guys. We got the sweaters, we got the shirts, we got the leggings for the ladies. Guys, get your lady a pair. You know what I'm saying? Got the bag. I got a couple of white shirts, couple different designs. Get it. Become a Boxing Geeker today, guys. Support your boy T-Dub. This is the Teespring. Now, remember, the ones like I got on now, these are the ones I make from home. I don't know if I'm going to put this logo on here, but this is my Boxing Geeker line. Check it out, guys. Support it. I appreciate it. Now, let's get to it. So, matter of fact, let's make it real big. Let's see this. All right, guys. Hold up, man. So, let's talk about it. Oscar De La Hoya and Canelo Alvarez. I honestly believe that if Oscar performs well in his return matchup, if he performs well, and Canelo beats Caleb Plant. Guys, I'm telling you, some of you guys might think I'm lying, but Oscar De La Hoya versus Canelo, I believe would do better numbers than for the undisputed matchup versus Caleb Plant. Better than Billy Joe Saunders. Listen, maybe outside of Floyd Mayweather and a couple big other fights like that, this would probably be within the top, let's say the top 3 or top 2 grossing fight for Canelo. Because there's so much bad blood already between these guys. It's so much bad blood. This is the boxing version, almost a boxing version of Karate Kid Danielson. Except for Danielson wasn't that goddamn dumb to try Mr. Miyagi no matter what age. And boxing is different. It's different. The older fighter tends to become the more vulnerable fighter. Guys, just because I would want to see the outcome of this, I would buy this fight. I think they should do it. I will buy this fight. Let's see if we can find Oscar. I'll buy this fight, man. Let's take a look at Oscar. What is this? What is this? Dana White quit vlogging. Oh, see, Oscar's trying to fight George St. Pierre. See, that's who Oscar's trying to fight. That's who he's trying to fight. And Dana won't let him happen. Okay. All right, that's who he's trying to fight. Let's see what we can do. He been training? He been training? Woo! Guys, listen. First of all, I don't want anybody else to talk about Floyd Mayweather and talk about what he's doing. Everybody shitting on Floyd Mayweather when he fought Conor McGregor. Everybody did it. Everybody. Oscar De La Hoya was talking about banning it. Canelo was talking, Triple G was talking about boycotting it. All these guys was really shitting on Floyd for fighting an MMA fighter. When now we see Pacquiao wanted to do it. He wanted to fight Conor McGregor after talking about Floyd fighting Conor. De La Hoya said it was a sideshow, but now he want to fight George St. Pierre. Guys, Jake Paul is making a living off of fighting MMA fighters. Now he's about to fight Tyron Woodley. Who else? What's his name? Chavez Jr., right? Chavez Jr. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. He's about to fight Anderson Silva. And now, the man who really wanted to boycott it, he wanted to fight George St. Pierre. But I'm telling you right now, of course, listen, guys, Oscar will win that fight. That's a money grab. We know it. But I'm not trying to knock nobody. I ain't trying to knock nobody. But all I'm saying is, don't talk about nobody if you're going to do the same thing. D-Ray, what's up, champ? What's cracking with you, champ? Guy, listen, man. Do you believe Oscar De La Hoya? Do you believe if he comes back, have a fight? Because a long time ago, when they were still together, Oscar did not rule out fighting Canelo. Didn't rule it out. That's when they were signed with each other. And to me, this would be a fight Canelo would want and Oscar. See, Oscar right now is pissed. Oscar is so goddamn pissed that he's going on social media and letting the world know how bad Canelo is. Even though the world brags about how good he is and how some people even say he's better than Floyd Mayweather. Oscar is letting the world know how bad he is. All his mistakes. Head high, foot flat, on the heels. If Oscar can come back and look good, if he can come back and look good, this would be a fight that even Canelo would want. Because Canelo doesn't like Oscar, talks about Oscar. This will actually be real bad blood. It'll be the same race. Father almost like son. Guys, I want to see this, man. I'm telling you right now. This fight would sell. This would sell. Now I don't know if he beats Canelo. D-Ray said, yes, I can. Yep. It's amazing what wearing fishnet stockings can do for a guy. Hey, what's up, boxing? Is it Hetero? What's up, Chimp? They let Hoya tag wrong with Charlo. Yeah, he did. He's definitely on drugs. Oscar beats nobody. Listen, man. This is what I'm saying. Listen, hear me out. Hear me out from a boxing standpoint. Look at this. Look at this. Look at him. 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 Woo! Guys, listen, I'm telling you. I know you guys don't believe me. But this fight will probably sell about 2.5 million pay-per-views. Easy. This will be the biggest pay-per-view that I think will gross for Mexican versus Mexican. Because either you love Oscar or you hate him. Either you love Canelo or you hate him. But this is a fight that, especially if you are a Mexican period. This is the fight. This is the fight that you will actually want on Cinco de Mayo. This is the fight you will actually want on Day of the Dead. This is a fight. Guys, I'm telling you right now, man. I'm just saying. If Oscar gets better and he has to look good first. First of all, he has to look good. But if Oscar can get his shit back, put down the stockings or whatever you guys say he picked up. I think somebody said something like that. I don't know. I ain't seen it. Don't want to see it. But if Oscar can get himself together and Canelo Alvarez beats Caleb Plant in as much... See, this is genuine. See, nobody wanted to see Canelo versus Billy Joe Saunders. But it made sense because of the titles. Nobody really wanted to see Canelo versus Caleb Plant. I mean, the majority of people don't. I'm not saying nobody, but a majority. But because it could be for Undisputed, they do. There would be a lot of people that would be emotionally invested in seeing Oscar take on Canelo Alvarez. Emotionally. There's a lot of Mexican fans that hate Canelo. They don't like him. They think he's ducking David Benavidez. They don't like him, even though he is loved by millions. He is hated as well. And some of those that hate Canelo still love Oscar. Because when Oscar was boxing, he did fight the best. Oscar built his name. He was a fighter. That's the only reason this promotional company is doing or did what it's done. Guys, this is when finally the teacher can fight the student. I'm telling you, it sells. See, not only does it break Mexican supporter records, but for people like me who know the backstory, I will buy it. Boxing fans will buy this fight. Some of them will look past it, but boxing fans will buy this fight. I'm interested. If Oscar can come out and look good, I mean, the thing about it is people get it confused. People think that is all offense, right? See, when you see Oscar right here, right? That's offense. That is premeditated movements. But I would say almost or probably more important than offense is defense. And when I say defense, I am specifically talking about being able to react to punches. Just being able to react to them. Being able to get out the way. Because if you can't move from a shot, you're going to get hit too many times. See, there's no doubt in my mind Oscar can get his offense to look okay. I don't know if he can get it good or superb, but I am very confident that he can get it to look okay. But the defense, I don't know. Oh, let's see. Just in case some of you guys want to call in, man. Just in case, let me see. So if any of you guys, before I get out of here, because I am at work, if any of you guys want to comment on this, let me know. You can call my number. You see it, 314-884-1013. Answer the call, talk to me, let's get it. And remember, guys, I just revamped my Teesprings. And if any of you guys want to support your boy, let's do it. All right. Let's see what they say. Here we go. Yo, you live with your boy T. That was Blazing the Sports. Who's calling? And let's talk about it.
What's happening with your T-Dub?
Hey, the Don Dada. What's up, champ? Talk to your boy, man.
Man, it gets no hotter than the Don Dada.
I like that, man. Hey, what do you think about this matchup? Well, first of all, let's talk. What do you think about Oscar
Great.
going off on Canelo on Instagram?
I don't mind it, really. I don't. I think, somebody needs to light a fire under him, so to speak, of, fighting the guys that we want him to fight, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is, yesterday, Deontay Wilder said that when fighters are fighting for the bag and not necessarily fighting the best, that they robbing the fans, and I agree with that. And there's a lot of people these days that's robbing the fans. And one thing we cannot say is that Oscar De La Hoya didn't duck nobody.
No.
So he don't have that in his blood. I makes fun of him with them fishnets and all that good stuff, bro. But, win, lose, or draw, he was a champion because he got in the ring, in my opinion.
But is this out of good faith? Him commenting, and him, this is what he said. Please, this guy does everything wrong. Heads up when he throws hooks, on his heels, flat-footed, what else? Oh, he avoids Charlo. Now, does it sound like he's doing it out of good faith, or does it sound like he's pissed about something and he wanna?
Well, he is upset. He upset, no doubt, because if he has all those critiques, you would think that he'd try to reach him behind the scenes, and maybe those lines are closed. But he point out a lot of things, almost like he would prefer to be his trainer.
Well, you got to remember though.
If you can't train him, then I apologize, but I just want to say,
go
if
ahead.
You can't train him, and then he like to go in there and exploit some of those holes that he thinks that he's seeing in his game. Go ahead, T-Dub.
I said, remember, Canelo took Oscar to court and fired him.
Yeah. So he want that payback, bro. Like Deontay Wilder said. Hey, like Deontay Wilder said, he wanted in blood. You know what I'm saying?
So, do you think that Oscar? Because a long time ago, only because I've done the video, I said it many times that Oscar did not rule out wanting to fight Canelo. Do you think at this point do you think he want to fight Canelo? And if you do fight him, how do you see it going?
I think Canelo dominates him, but I do think that Oscar will, have his moments and some shots. And as far as him wanting to fight him, I do think that if Canelo signs the paper, I do think Oscar would sign.
Now, do you think it would be a successful event? Like, would it do big numbers?
Without a doubt, bro. I think that thing got 1 million or 2 or 3 written all over it.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Because
it's going to be big.
Like you said, especially if they put it on one of those holidays, it's going to be massive, bro.
Oh, man.
And that's the thing is with all these fights that Canelo has, I don't think that there's a bigger fight for him than Oscar. Do you?
No, I mean, no. This is it. And the thing about it, even though, see, just because there's real bad blood here, because Oscar and Canelo, even before they separated, there was always bad blood and separating and making up and separating and making up. It was like a bad relationship where they just kept coming back together before Canelo filed for a divorce and legally separated away from Oscar de Hoya. But now the thing about it, Canelo has went on to still have nothing but success. He is one fight away from being undisputed. First Mexican to ever be undisputed at 168 pounds. But for Oscar de Hoya, his whole everything was slashed probably about 75% when he lost Canelo. He got deals based on Canelo.
Yeah.
And now those deals are probably void because especially if he got those deals and if Canelo was anywhere involved and Canelo left him, now those deals, what he was going to get, are gone. He's probably pissed. That's what I say. When I say he was probably like whenever somebody put this Instagram post out, he probably was at home by himself. Probably got a half glass of whiskey or something. Pissed off, damn about to squeeze the glass to his shadows in his hand, and he fucked around and see an Instagram post. Listen, it probably was the starter about the hammerback, a camelback, and he like, what the fuck, right? He probably tired of everybody bragging about this kid. See, he like, it was almost like a hater. He's tired of everybody bragging about him, and he said, what?
Right.
Go ahead, champ.
And no, I apologize, bro, but I just want to say this before I forget, because I might have some of those. I might have took a punch or too many to the head. But random user 123, he was asking what post was this commented on, and the thing I wanted to say though, right, is that I believe, like you said, Oscar went down 75%. I believe that he also thinks that he built Canelo up 75%. So he wants to, he said, hey, if I can't live in that house, I'm gonna burn it down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let me see if I can show these guys something. Now, guys, I don't know if I have the original, but I can show you where I seen it at, right? Right now I'm on Instagram, so if you guys want to check it out, I'm pretty sure you can Google and find maybe a little bit more than me. But right now I'm on Instagram, and I'm on the guy called Supreme Boxing. And I think this is a reaction post. I can't find the original one.
Right.
But I did see.
It don't matter to me, bro. I just, I know you have those great customer service skills. So I just was pointing, seeing, if you did know that we could get the question answered. But, that's the thing, bro. They can do research, and then you have the reaction post to it. So, So you at work now, man? You ain't on your lunch break, is you, bro?
No, yeah, man. I'm taking an early lunch, but I might come back again though, and do another one though. But I wanted to get this one off quick, like okay.
I heard that, bro.
And YouTube was hating, man. I don't know. They didn't push this one out when it first went live. I was like checking on my fishing. I got a fishing channel, and I'm like, damn, how come I not get my notification? But it is what it is. But listen, man.
Hey, man, but have you been catching any big fish, bro?
Bro, yeah, man. Like, I've been catching some. Are you subscribed to the channel?
Nothing. Well, now what is it?
See, man, you gotta go to the fishing channel, man. I'm coming right now from. Hold on. Put T-Dub in the chat. You'll see it.
Okay. I'm gonna check you out. Hey, man, I ain't much of a fisher guy though, bro. But it's a sport, and you be out there having a good time. And the thing was, last time though, I thought you cooked the fish right on the bank, right?
That was the first video I did, and then I did another
See,
video.
I was there.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
I did that one. And I got one where I caught a lot of I did a lot of quick ones too, though. Like just basically almost like TikToks. Like you see one where I caught a lot of crappie. You see a couple to where I caught one was a 12-pound blue catfish, and the other one was a 17-pound blue catfish. I caught a couple more bigger than that, but I didn't have my camera on me. But bro, listen, I make it do what it do, man.
I know, bro. I appreciate you. I'm just trying to get into your the fishing for the kitchen.
Yes,
hey,
get it.
bro, keep cooking. Keep blazing them.
got
Everybody
it.
that can hear this, subscribe, share, and like on all platforms because T-Dub is what's blazing in sports.
There it is.
Peace,
Hey,
homie.
that's dope, bro.
Salute to the chat. Oh, for sure, man.
That was dope.
Peace.
That was dope. Thank you. Hey, that's my boy Don Dada, none hotter. Guys, listen, man. Thanks for calling in. The line's still open. I got a little while longer. Listen, guys. I'm just keeping it 100. I'm keeping it 100. Here we go. Oscar De La Hoya commenting on Canelo Alvarez. Guys, I'm telling you right now. What's up, bro? What's up, man? Delete the leader. What's up, champ? Charles in the building says, I'm gonna catch Johnny. Oh, bro. I ain't even talked about that. I still have the first. Guys, I'm telling you about a quick altercation. So, and I'm not gonna get too in detail. And I want to get you guys' thoughts on it. So I have two friends that were talking about, it all started because one guy caught a catch in a game and he got past the other guy and the other guy went for the flag because it was flag football. He missed the flag and he grabbed the other guy's shirt. So one dude said, I broke your ankle. Other dude said, listen, man, it was dark outside. It was the last play of the game. Nobody could see. I tried to grab the flag. I missed it. And then it came out. I'm better than you. So we set up a one-on-one football game because there's bragging about you can't hold me. I can't hold you. I'm going to beat you. You can't beat me. So one person got the ball first. Not Charles, but the other person got the ball first. And Charles, who's in the chat room, Charles made 2 interceptions. I think he might have ran them both back for touchdowns, right? So Charles was up 2 to nothing. And then the other guy, he got the ball back again. He was about to do a running play. Now, this is where the problem came in at. The problem came in is that Charles said, bro, this is one-on-ones. Like, this is all passing plays. You don't run the ball in one-on-ones. And the other guy said, what do you mean? It's one-on-ones. I can do whatever I want. I can run the ball. I can do whatever I want. So then Charles says, okay, go ahead and run. Then Charles got right up on the line, and they ran the ball. Charles tackled him about maybe 3 or 4 yards gain for a tackle. And then from that tackle, that's when the scuffle broke out because somebody wasn't happy. Without going all the way into it, D-Ray, I also subscribe to the fishing one, man. Bro, do it, man. I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. What post was a comment on? Like I said, if you go to Supreme Boxing, and like I said, guys, you can find out more because I can't remember the original clip, but you can find out the original one. But if you just want to see some talking about it, like even tagged, like if you go to Supreme Boxing, you click on tag, you can find other things about it. See, that one's here. This is one here. And then you can read the comments as well. But again, guys, I'm going to say this. I'm going to come back again, guys. Make sure, listen, YouTube did not promote this video much. And I'm probably not going to keep this one up. I'm going to take this one down. But do me a favor. I'm going to try to come back again with another video. I might touch on this same topic a little bit more. You know what? I'll take one more call. I'll take one more. Let me do this. Hold on, guys. Yo, you're live with your boy T. Devils Blazing the Sports. Let's talk about it. 609, let's get it.
Yo, this is me. This is Murray Celestine. You know I don't eat no crow.
You don't eat no crow, champ? I see.
I don't eat no crow.
I don't eat no crow. I'm undefeated this year.
I'm from Dirty Jersey, right? And, we throw them hands at the same time, I want to say something about Deontay Wilder.
Go ahead.
He bought the opponent Tyson Fury for the glove game. You know what I'm talking about.
You said he boxed him up on a glove game, or what are you saying about it?
But by the glove game, Deontay is about to knock this boy out officially.
Well,
this time we don't have Jack Reese in the ring.
Now, you know what? I might talk more about that in my next video, but I am also picking Oscar De La Hoya. Not Oscar, but I'm also picking Deontay Wilder to win. I think he's gonna get about a 6 or 8 round stoppage. I think about 6 or 8 rounds. I think it's gonna be a different fight, a truly different fight than last time. Some people gonna be mad about this one, bro. Some people gonna be mad about this.
They're gonna be mad about it. They're gonna be mad about it because you know what? When you play that glove game stuff and you get punched in the mouth, that'll turn a whole fighter around. But as you look at the king, Deontay Wilder, he kept it coming. He was hurt, but he kept it coming. He got battered and bruised. But right now, the way he's gonna do it, and he's in different training and everything else, he's gonna put some work in. He's gonna show you some skills. Because all you have to do is show
Salute to the
them
ex Virginians.
You know what I mean? You deal with them fundamentals. And once he starts flipping and doing everything else and bobbing and weaving, Tyson Fury could do anything else he wants to do because at the same time, he still got the pillow fists. So he's going to make sure.
But you know what? You know what? Like I said, this is going to be a good one. But hey, let me ask you a question. What do you think about this whole Oscar De La Hoya commenting on a post talking about Canelo? Remember, I think Oscar is feeling like a fighter again. He's training, and he's training for like an upcoming fight. But when you are a fighter, and when he's feeling like he's getting his mojo back. He's probably feeling so good. He probably think that he still has enough tricks up his sleeve to possibly beat Canelo, especially if he can point out holes. It sounds like that he might be able to capitalize on. What do you think about Oscar calling out Canelo, and what do you think about a potential matchup? Because to me, this how it line up. He will be undisputed if he beats Caleb Plant this year, and then the next fight he have will be Cinco de Mayo of next year. And Cinco de Mayo is a big boxing day.
Who would he be fighting at the time?
You talking about after Caleb Plant?
Who would he fight on Cinco? Yeah. No,
I'm saying.
When it comes to Mexican.
This is what I'm saying. I think if he beats Caleb Plant and Oscar De La Hoya, he is coming back in July, and he's going to fight somebody. And if Oscar De La Hoya can look good in July, I really believe a major fight for Cinco de Mayo could be Oscar versus Canelo. That is a huge money fight. I'm predicting a 90% Mexican buying it. People who just like the drama going to buy it. And it's like a Karate Kid, Mr. Miyagi versus Daniel-san. Like think about it. I mean, imagine how much dirt is going to be aired. Because there is so much soap opera with this, and there's so much real drama. And think about this, bro. Nobody know you like your friends and family. Think about it. When your friends and family get mad at you, the first thing they do is tell shit that nobody know about you. And if Canelo and don't they? You know they do, because that's why family and friends can hurt you more than anybody. Because they know real shit about. They know more than your enemy know about you. If Oscar and Canelo, because remember, Canelo went to court and he fought to get away from Oscar. He is no longer signed with Oscar. When he left Oscar De La Hoya, Oscar probably lost millions in deals. He lost a lot because Canelo was his new golden boy. That was his Willy Wonka golden ticket. And now Oscar, you know he's mad. When you are venting on social media, you're mad. You're mad. Because I don't even like put my business. I don't put my business out there on Facebook because I say that's like you're using it like as a public diary. You got to be awful pissed to put this out about yourself when you know people are going to have a field day with it. And if Oscar can look good, if Canelo beats Caleb Plant, Oscar get a victory. There is no bigger fight that Canelo can make. No bigger fight than if he fought Oscar De La Hoya on Cinco de Mayo.
You know what? You know what's really crazy about this revenue matter with De La Hoya and Canelo. And yes, he is losing 75% of his stock because Canelo turned his other cheek and went the other way. And Canelo is all about making the money for himself instead of bringing it in for Oscar De La Hoya. If you really look at the whole situation, it's almost like to say De La Hoya is the one that was passing the baton to Canelo.
He helped build Canelo, and he was putting Canelo under Floyd Mayweather undercards. He helped build him. Listen. Canelo was already Canelo was a good fighter, and he had a promising. He looked promising, and then that's why Oscar ended up getting him, and then at that point, put his whole engine behind pushing Canelo, even using Floyd Mayweather, some of his star power to push Canelo. Because as soon as Floyd Mayweather moved off of the Mexican dates, that's when Canelo took him over. Listen, this is bad blood.
It's bad blood, but you have to realize that, Canelo is Mexico. De La Hoya might be just feeling some type of way because he's not via Mexico.
You don't think he's Mexico? Right, but listen, there's a lot of Mexicans that don't rock with Canelo like that. Listen, Chavez Sr., I believe, was talking about that. He said something negative about how Canelo is not going to be better than him. Like, listen, as much as we might think he is truly loved, there's a lot of Mexicans that do not like Canelo like that. And some of them are being former fighters. Oscar De La Hoya, to be honest, I don't know if he done anything to actually... I don't know how they feel about him. But, like I said, I think this fight will be big. Because if you hate Oscar, then you're going to buy the fight to support Canelo. If you don't like Canelo, you're going to buy the fight to support Oscar De La Hoya. If you like pure drama and you just want to see who wins after having all this drama. Because think about it, all of our networks, even every Marvel movie, even every Avenger movie, it won't be anything if they didn't have drama. If they didn't have drama.
Exactly.
It'd just be kicking each other.
It's very good for boxing. I have to tell you that. Great for boxing. And I'm going to honestly tell you, I don't eat the crow, so I'm going with Canelo. Because after the game a little bit too long. I know he still does his training and stuff like that, but as a former boxer, we all know we still have that mentality on how better we can get. But it depends on if your body can stand the withdrawal of taking the punishment and everything else that's come as far as training and going in the ring. I mean, getting in the big lights is great, right? But getting in the big lights when it's time and you've been absent for that long, think about it. Canelo will be the one.
I mean, I have no doubt Canelo will be favored. But I'm telling you, there's going if Oscar has to look good first. Because we know what Canelo does. Oscar has to look good to even sell the fans that he can pull it off. Because if he goes out and fight in July and he looks old, if he looks like a shell of himself, then nobody's going to give him a shot. But if he can go out, put in some good rounds, and like just show some of the old things. I'm like, listen, I'll pick Canelo as well. But I just know this. I mean, there is no other bigger fight on a Mexican holiday than having two guys of this star power. Oscar De La Hoya still does have star power. His name recognition is crazy. If Mike Tyson, Mike Tyson wasn't doing anything with boxing for a long time, and he came out the blue and fought Roy Jones, and I think he did 1.6 million pay-per-view buys for an exhibition. And you telling me that's an exhibition. You telling me if Oscar, who truly has bad blood for Canelo, and they do a real fight, man, that thing gonna sell, bro. That thing gonna sell.
I think it's not gonna sell. It's gonna be lit, and by it being lit, because it's just like I said, it's all about passing that torch and finally passing that torch.
So if Canelo beat Oscar, would that be passing the torch?
No.
If Canelo beat Oscar.
Already, but Oscar, no, Canelo passed the torch already. But it's just like when Chavez fought De La Hoya.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it was passing the torch.
So my boy Expert Genius Ex Virginia said, he says, shout out to my boy. He's a member to the channel. He said, it's more Mexican American fans that rock with Canelo than Mexicans from Mexico. And listen, I have been hearing that, man. I've been hearing that in Mexico,
I've been hearing it
they
too.
don't
I
rock
see your
with
channel.
Canelo quite like that. But over here they do. Over here they rock with Canelo. Mexican Americans, white Americans, almost everybody rock with Canelo. But over there it's different.
And I want to say that some have to do some with Eddie Hearns, because he over there in the United Kingdom, and he promotes Canelo with that big check and stuff like that. As far as to say that Oscar couldn't really give him. You do a certain amount of fights, you get this big check, and you know it's stamped and it's guaranteed. See what I'm saying? Yeah. A lot of people don't look at that aspect of the business, even though you go in the ring and you perform and you entertain your fans and you entertain yourself, because at the same time, you're getting paid more than what he was paying me. This is why the zone has came up in the world. This is why British boxing think that they could come up and step to America, but they get knocked down every given time.
Now my next question, is there a chance that if this fight happens that Oscar beats Canelo?
Well, I'm gonna explain this to you. I'll simply show me your abs and anything else. Anybody could get in shape, but show me at least 10 minutes of pad work and bag work to say that you're ready to go back in there with Canelo.
I mean, listen, he's showing the speed bag work right now. If you look on my channel, he's showing speed bag work right now.
The speed bag is good. The speed bag is good. Okay, that means you're keeping your arm up, you're keeping your timing right, and everything else. But when it comes to the bag work and the pad work, and do some sparring and show me what you dealing with, like, you're not telling me anything, because any former boxer could do that.
But remember, he has a fight. That's why I said, if he stands true and he fights next month, that's what we're gonna see. And I tell people, like, listen, to me, it's not just about offense, because I think anybody can go out there. To me personally, I think anybody can hit the bag good. If you've done it before, you can hit the bag good and you hit the miss good. But the one thing that shows if you're ready, and not just sparring, but can you react to punches? Not what you can premeditate and come up with, but what can you do when punches coming back at you? Can you get out the way?
Absolutely.
Can you duck them? Like that's the thing. Like, a boxer shows his age because he gets hit more. And the reason he get hit more, because he lost his timing. He lost his ability to move out the way. And that's what get him hit more. So listen, like right now I'm showing a clip where Oscar, he's in a boxing ring, he's shadow boxing. Listen, he's moving well, jabbing well. That's all good when you're pushing what you're gonna do. You're doing what you want to do. But when somebody coming at you and you have to react, it's how you react to it.
Exactly.
Yeah. But listen, he's gonna fight in July though.
If he wants that fight, I mean, listen, like I told you, I'm not eating no crow. I'm going with Canelo. And at the same time, the body got the wear and tear. And right now, he's been out the ring for a little bit too long. I don't know how long he's been out the ring.
Who, Oscar?
Out the ring, I think like a little bit too long.
Boy,
and
man.
I respect, and I love De La Hoya, because he's a fighter.
Yeah.
But you still going up against a young lion, which is Canelo. I understand they say that Canelo is ducking this person, that person, and Charlo and Andre and all that stuff. Listen, De La Hoya, you got to understand. Know your place and understand your role. You might be feeling bitter right now, but you're dealing with Canelo. Just like Triple G thought the same thing. And guess what? They used to spar together and everything else until they had to draw, until they said that they beat him. It might have been controversy behind all that, but everything else just falls into play. So we always have to look at the other end. We look at both sides. We try to be professionals about this stuff, but by us being professionals about it, it's like I always say, you can't judge a fight until a fighter gets punched in the mouth, and then it turns the direction of that fighter.
Well, I think Ex Virginia says Oscar would try and time Canelo hooks. He's been out the ring, he believes, 13 years. It's been listen, that's over a decade that he has been out the ring, and for him, I mean, I don't think he can win. I mean, listen, Oscar and Canelo, both in their primes, would have still been a hell of a fight. But we're talking about a prime Oscar. I mean, not prime, but a past prime Oscar. See, and the thing about it, it's not about looking good for 1 or 2 or 3 rounds. Like Oscar would need to look good against Canelo for every round. Canelo is shown to have a chin. This guy's been hit and don't stop. He has a chin.
Not only that he has a chin, the thing is that Canelo know what he's doing, because he's coming up to the part of that he started at 16. He knows what he's doing. You're dealing with boxing, okay? But at the same time, when you know you're dealing with boxing, guess what? He's picking and choosing the fighters that he needs to defeat, and he's doing it, and he's getting paid at the same time. But when it comes down for Canelo really getting it in with somebody that he really has to fight, it's no joke. He's going to put the business in. Like I said, he showed the blueprint how to defeat a southpaw as being an orthodox.
Well, all right. Well, I got one more caller coming in. I think we've been rocking out for like 17 minutes, champ.
I love this stuff, but listen, man, I ain't eating no crow this year, bro.
Hey, listen, you know what? We're gonna find out. Listen, you going to every fight that I do a crow list.
I see a video too.
You gotta come, champ. You gotta come. That way we're gonna make sure that we're gonna see how accurate you really are, champ. Hey, especially when Pacquiao fight Earl Spence, I want you there, champ.
Okay, champ, but you know what? If I'm not at work, I put your station on and listen to you as I try to watch everything. And when I watch everything, it might be off a little bit, but guess what? Because I'm in Jersey. Dirty Jersey.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right on, bro. Thank you. I'm going to keep rocking out for you. Thank you, bro.
Anytime, man.
You got it. All right, there it is, man. Yeah, we've been rocking out for 17 minutes, man. Let me get my boy in real quick. So why does this even matter? Alex, about what point? About what Oscar put out there? Listen, the reason it matters is because this is boxing. Whenever a major figure in boxing like Oscar de la Hoya opens his mouth up about arguably the biggest star in boxing right now, so a former biggest star versus a current biggest star, and whenever there's back and forth where they're talking about each other, then it's worth talking about. Yo, you laugh at your boy T that was blazing the sports. Who's calling? And let's get it.
You already know it's your boy, the Expert Genius XP.
Hey, what's cracking, champ? Let's talk about it.
Man, people wasn't catching on to Oscar when he was dropping little hints about Canelo.
Yep.
Like, just think about it. When him and Bernard, well, he came out first before Bernard. When he came out and said that Canelo has to fight, Canelo wants to be great. He believes he'll fight anybody, but Canelo has to fight the Charlos, the Andrades, and the Jacobs if he want to be considered great. Now, he fought Jacobs. Give him credit for that. But it was also around that time when Oscar made that statement that Canelo came out just out of nowhere and started calling Oscar disloyal.
Yeah. I mean, you do remember when Oscar, there was I did a video, a long time ago, where Oscar was even alluding to that he did not rule it out that he will fight Canelo. This when they were still signed with each other. Yeah. He didn't rule it out then that he would fight Canelo.
Yeah. Yeah. He made that and I was like, ooh, that'd be a good little fight.
That's how we knew it was trouble in paradise.
Yeah.
When your promoter talking about actually punching you, yeah.
Yeah, and then another thing, people was like, well, Jamal turned down a Canelo fight. Listen, y'all got to read between the lines and listen to the details. Listen to what Oscar said. Oscar said they offered Jamal a fight. Somebody turned it down. It wasn't Jamal, but somebody turned it down. Now, to me, that draws up a red flag. If you're a promoter and you're trying to make a fight with his promoter, how do you not know who you're talking to, and how do you not know who turned down the fight? And if they turned down the fight, why did Jamal end up with the WBC title if he turned down an offer to fight Canelo, the champion?
Right. Man.
I mean, if Oscar has been dropping little jewels that people have been sleeping on.
Yeah, because they didn't want to see it. They didn't want to see it.
And for that guy that responded to what Oscar just put on Instagram about Canelo avoiding twin Charlo, which that's the wrong Charlo.
Right.
But he basically called Oscar a hater. Now I'm not an Oscar fan. I didn't like Oscar, especially the way they gave him that win over one of my all-time favorites, Pernell Whitaker. But like, how can you call this man a hater when only thing he wants Canelo to do is what he did when he was a fighter? He didn't duck nobody. He fought everybody. And he wants Canelo to do the same. Mexican greats want Canelo to do the same.
I mean, so do you think that could be the real thing, is that Oscar is wanting him to fight more fights that will earn him legacy, but Canelo don't want to go that route, and he want to go the route to where he can probably gain still more belts and divisions, but not having those fighting a fighter that could stand the greater chance of beating him.
Canelo. Now, I do believe there's somewhere in Canelo that he really wants to be great. We've seen that with Lara when Lara came to his press conference, and he kind of took that as Lara, challenging his manhood. He bit the ball and was like, "Nah, I'm going for it." But we seen how that fight turned out. It was a good fight. A lot of people, including myself, thought Lara won the fight. But since that fight, Canelo, which most people don't pay attention to, Canelo has stayed away from a certain style of boxer. And when we say that Canelo learned from Floyd, what did he learn? Because he hasn't been in the ring with another fighter that fights like Floyd or Lara.
I think he tries to move like a lot of his rolls, some of his counters, and like the way he turned. Some of his, I think, more defensive minded, the way he react to punches. He probably learned from Floyd, but I don't think that means he can still deal with that style better. I think he tried to steal some things for himself.
Yeah, he took a little bit from Floyd, but whoever said that boxing. Let me see. So I can't see the chat now. What was it? Boxing, Hatero or whatever.
Yeah,
I forgot.
Hatero.
He said Canelo had, he got style from Floyd.
Something like, you're right, extra genius, but Canelo didn't take from his style until after Mayweather beat him.
But what style was that? Y'all want to talk about the upper body movement? He's always had that upper body movement. It just got better since the Floyd fight, but he hasn't fought another fighter like Floyd or Lara since the Lara fight. So we don't really know how.
Would you say would Billy Joe Saunders be considered the closest thing since then or not?
Billy Joe Saunders? Yeah, I will consider Billy Joe Saunders as the closest thing to that, but to me, Billy Joe Saunders was never. He was, to me, Billy Joe Saunders was a hype job. He was never that guy. The only time we seen him look good is when he had Xylophone or whatever was in his system, and he looked damn good, and then he popped dirty going into the fight with Andrade.
Yeah,
and he never looked the same again. Like, I don't know how much of that was the PEDs, because people forget over there in the UK, when you're not in competition, you can take banned substances. But when you're in competition, you can't take banned substances. It's that little loophole they got over there. So we don't know what these guys are doing over there when they don't have a fight scheduled. So,
hey, if one last question: if Oscar's coming back, I don't know if they gave a date yet, but I know they said July, and he's training. If he comes back and let's say he looks impressive, do you think he would have a real chance of beating Canelo, or it'll just be a big money fight and get beat?
I don't care how impressive he looks. He ain't beating Canelo. I mean, I give him a puncher's chance, but I don't care how impressive he looks. He ain't beating Canelo.
But you know what, man? Listen, but
especially when it comes to the scorecards.
But I mean, to me, man, oh no, he's not. But you know what? But to be honest, this is like a father and son, where the son actually get to throw hands with the older father. See, a lot of times, sons, when they're kids, they fear their father because they think that he can overpower them, and then they get to a point where they realize that they have become a man, and they actually can see their father has went down. They see him as old now, and so that fear is gone. And a lot of times, sons are quicker to pop off at their father. Well, even though they're not blood, but the way Oscar took him in when he was young, helped guide his career, put him around, put him on the floor of his court, helped really increase and build his star power to pretty much what it is today. This would be the closest thing in boxing to having a son fight the father. And it should favor the son. But do the father have any tricks up his sleeves, veteran moves, that he can tie up and twist? I don't know if I can see him. I would watch it because of the drama and to see the secrets that will come out, expert. The secrets. But people that know you best can expose the most on you. And these two know each other like no other.
But like you said, he's been hinting at a comeback for a while, and he's been dropping little snippets about Canelo. So, I mean, we're seeing him in the gym now, but we don't know how long he's been in the gym. So,
yeah, we're gonna see.
And like you said, nobody besides Canelo's trainer, nobody would know Canelo better than Oscar.
Oscar is at his camps. You think? See, the thing about it, when you are, I fought for years and I trained as well, is that even as a trainer, when you are watching people train, a lot of times you are trained to look for holes, weaknesses, things. In order to improve on a fighter, you have to know what they're vulnerable at to improve on. And as many years as Oscar has been into his camp, even if he can't do it, he sees things that nobody else can see. Like right now, he's trying to expose to people that he said, listen, he said this man, he throws his hooks with his head in the air. See, by me being a boxer, you don't want to throw a shot with your chin in the air because you can get caught with a counter shot and get your chin clipped. He's talking about how he fights on his heel and how he's flat-footed. So, I got Canelo winning, but I'm telling you right now, I would buy this event if it happens.
I buy it too, even though it's two fighters I don't care for. But I will rock. Maybe it's my bias, and those of y'all who've been to my channel, y'all know the criticism I have for Canelo. I would rock with Canelo over Oscar just because of my bias towards Oscar and what happened with Pernell Whitaker.
Yeah. See, that's the thing, man. I think about I think it's actually set up because if Canelo beats Caleb Plant, what is it, September, November, they're gonna fight end of September, November.
And I don't think he can. But go ahead.
I'm just assuming if Canelo beats Plant. To be honest, I mean the next actually fight, because Canelo takes fights a lot of time that it might not be the toughest fighter, it might not be the toughest fight, but it still has a reward. Like when he fought Rocky Fielding, that was an easy fight, but it had a reward to go with it. So I think if he beats Plant financially and just the interest, because most people they know who Oscar De La Hoya is. They've been talking about Andre Ward lately, but I think if Andre Ward was an option and Oscar was an option, I think they would choose Oscar over Andre, and especially since Canelo said this, I would never fight another Mexican. And I think this would be the only Mexican that he would actually fight because he really want to put hands on him.
I'm gonna say this. Andre Ward is all bad for Canelo. Canelo has a better chance against Andrade and Jamal than to get off in there with Andre Ward.
I got Ward by decision.
To be honest, I don't even know.
I don't think Ward will stop him. I don't know, but I do think that Ward can neutralize a lot of the things.
Oh.
See, go ahead.
He's gonna neutralize Canelo, and I'm telling you, he might stop. I'll not knock him unconscious, but it might be a TKO stoppage. We can't sleep on his power.
But you know what, man, we haven't seen him for years. But you know what, man, if the Oscar fight don't pan out, and Andre Ward, because I was gonna do a video about that, Andre Ward, he has shown interest that if he was talked to, if somebody reached out and called him about fighting Canelo, he smelled like to me, honestly, like, yeah, I'd do it. And I would like to see it done, man, because Triple G ducked him. They forced him to go up and wait to try to hope that Kovalev beat him. Andre Ward is one of them guys that like I said, he was right there with Mayweather during this time. When Mayweather was number one, they had him number two, and when Mayweather left, Andre should have been number one, but they didn't want to give it to him. I think eventually they did after the second fight with Kovalev, but they should have gave it to him before then. They just didn't want to promote and push Andre Ward. They didn't want to give him the fights, and I don't know if they'll do it. Like, to me, Canelo would have to see something he think is sweet in Andre Ward to make him beat him. Because maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I think he'll take Oscar over Andre because Oscar's older and Oscar has a style that'll probably favor Canelo better, especially older.
Oscar's style definitely favors Canelo. But it's like you called earlier, like after Oscar tastes, Canelo's power, what would his? I mean, because Oscar's been off in there with some hard hitters, but after he tastes Canelo's power, even at his age, what is that going to do? I mean, because to me, if he can take, even though I still give the fight to Canelo winning by decision, if Oscar at his age can take Canelo's power and Canelo can't hurt him, that's going to be a much tougher fight for Canelo.
You know what, man? I want to see if it happens. I think it's set up perfect for it, for Cinco de Mayo, because Canelo gonna fight the end of this year. Oscar's gonna fight in about another month or so, and there is, honestly, after he becomes undisputed, the next biggest financial fight, and you know how Canelo does it, the biggest fight for the minimum risk would be against Oscar. I mean,
I think he might retire.
I mean, you said Oscar will retire?
No, Canelo comes undisputed. If he beats, which I don't think he would beat Plant, but if he beats Plant and becomes undisputed, and the Oscar fight doesn't happen, and the Andre Ward fight doesn't manifest and happen, I think he might retire because of his knee.
I don't know, because he's still young, man. I mean, he's young. I mean, like, remember, he can still go back and fight.
He's been hinting at it.
Well, you know what? I think the Triple G's still more money out there for him. That's a big fight for him. I don't think he's going to fight the Charlos or Demetrius Andrade. That's unfortunately, I don't think he'll never fight them guys. And unfortunately, I think they're going to let Triple G never fight them guys. It's unfortunate how they get an outcast. Think about it, how they told that they can't get, they haven't fought nobody, but yet nobody want to fight them and they get blamed for it. Luis Ortiz.
Yeah. I like how you slid Luis Ortiz in there. But just think of what Bernard told Andrade. Like, when a fighter tells you haven't done nothing, hey, after he said that and that look he gave Andrade, you already knew what he was saying. They ducking you. When a fighter tells you haven't done nothing.
Yep. It's a way of not fighting. Yep.
When the fan, I get these fans on this too when they was like, oh, because they, instead of calling him by his nickname Boo Boo Andrade, they call him Doo Doo. Oh, Doo Doo is trash. He's done nothing. He's fought nobody. I was like, okay. He's trash. He's fought nobody.
Listen.
What about Yildirim?
I mean, that's the thing.
What about fielding?
It only applies when they don't want to fight somebody. It only applies.
Yeah.
Because they never question it when it comes to the Rocky Fielding or the Yildirim or any of them other guys or Liam's, any other, like, it doesn't matter. But let me go and get out of here, man. I've been alive way too long. Let me get my butt back to work. I'm going to try to come back alive again. I just got to get some concrete work down. And I'm going to come back. I'm going to see what else, any other good stories out there and come live about it. But again, man, Expert Genius, bro, I appreciate calling, always supporting the channel. Guys, do me a favor, guys, if you catch this, I have been saying regularly now, Expert Genius has been doing a lot of gaming. So if you're out there and you enjoy watching gaming, seeing people succeed, fail, or just rooting for them, check out my boy Expert Genius. Hey, bro, let them know where they can find you, man, all social media.
Oh, man, you can find me on here at the Expert Genius, Instagram, Twitter, all under the Expert Genius.
Thanks
I don't
again,
give
bro.
out my Facebook because I'm hardly on Facebook unless I just got to respond to somebody.
No problem. Hey, I know. I appreciate it. Thank you again, man, for rocking out with me. I see people like now, like, where you at? So I gotta get back to work. But once I get something down,
right.
I'll be back. Thank you, champ.
All right.
Guys, listen, thank them guys for rocking out with me. Again, guys, salute to everybody in the chat. And my boy American Pastor Travel came in the building, man. Salute to my boy American Pastor Travel. Guys, smash the like button. Remember, I got my Teespring. I'm still working on it, but it's up. Go to my description. Go to the Teespring. Check out my boxing geeker clothing line. Become a boxing geeker. You know what it is? Basically, you love boxing. You talk it. You want it. You with it. And guys, you know who I am. As a matter of fact, American Pastor Travel, will you do me a favor? Will you please let them people know just who I am?
Hi, this is America's Pastor inviting you to stay tuned for the world's greatest boxing commentary. Now, he's often imitated, but never duplicated. I want you to put your hands together and give him some love as we welcome the one, the only, T-Dub.
Thank you, champ.